everyone, you are most welcome. In today's lesson we are going to talk about the human eye by Semanda. As we are at home, let's observe the SOPs because COVID is real. When the human eye, we are going to look at the structure and then the function. When you look at the human eye, is an organ specialized for sight. It is used for seeing. For example, as you can see here, what do you see? Do you see head of a rabbit or that of a duck? That is, you are using your eyes to see. Then what is the structure and then the function of the parts? Let's look at the eye. The eye has parts like the conjunctiva. The conjunctiva, a transparent membrane responsible for allowing light and then covering the cornea. Then a rectus muscle responsible for movement of the eye in the eyeball. Then the colloid layer is pigmented black to prevent internal reflection within the eye. The retina has many photosensitive cells where image is formed. Then you have the vitreous humor, a transparent liquid responsible for reflecting light onto the retina. Then the yellow spot or the fovea, which has many cones, so it's responsible for forming clear image. Then you have a blind spot, which is a point of origin for optic nerve, and a blind spot, there are no photosensitive cells, so an image cannot be formed there. Then you have the ciliary muscle to cause a change in the shape of the lens. Then you have the suspensory ligaments to hold the lens in position. Aqueous humor is also responsible for, it's a transparent liquid responsible for reflecting light onto the retina. When you look at parts by parts, this is the eye, the iris here, this part, the colored part, and is responsible for controlling the amount of light entering the eye. Then you have the pupil, this black hole here, responsible for allowing light into the eye. Then you have the sclera. The sclera is this white part of the eye, and it supports the eyeball, provide attachment for muscles. Then you have the lens, the converging lens, allow light, it reflects light onto the retina. Then you have the cornea. The cornea, we said, is a transparent bulge, focuses light or reflect light onto the retina, onto the lens. Then the retina is an internal membrane here made up of many photosensitive cells, the rods and cones responsible where the image is formed. Then we talked about the blind spot. If you look into straight onto an object for this activity, you are not going to see objects at the side, implying that the images of those objects are falling on the blind spot. Then you have the optic nerve, this one connecting the eye to the brain, responsible for transmitting the nerve impulses or electric impulses from the retina to the brain. Then it creates a blind spot, as we talked about that. Then you have photosensitive cells, the rods responsible for night vision, and then you have the cones, which is responsible for detecting color, the red, green and blue, those primary colors. Then you have the blind spot here, of the distatic and assignment, the human eye and how it functions. That will be our next work, so please check for those videos and then you try out this assignment. Well, otherwise I wish you a nice time and then stay safe at home. Thank you.